It's about time. Wake up now. You've been asleep for far too long. Don't ask me where you are or who am I. Oh, but I will tell you this. The world you knew is gone. Stride on, little friend. When big things fail to see tiny crevices, maybe it's about time for the little beings to grow up. Stride on. The world calls for you. It needs you. Hope is all you have, and you is all we have. Bastion.
Hello everyone, I'm the Holy Hermit, and today we'll be seeking solace in Bastion. There are some games that take pride in gameplay, and others who present a timeless story tale. But then there are games that manage to accomplish both feats. Bastion is such a game. This 2010 title presents itself in a post-apocalyptic world. Calamity is something that destroyed the world of Calandia. Everything has gone wrong. But when all hope is lost, you see a tiny individual. Our hero of this game, Kid, he is the sole survivor. He wakes up when everything has gone wrong. The ruins of his world Calandia, whatever is left of it, is breaking apart as he's moving forward. He trips, falls, and a feeling comes to him that he's lost everything. But then he enters Bastion, a mythical place where every soul from his world Calandia is supposed to ascend to when everything goes wrong. But he's also amazed to see a strange fact there. When he reaches the safe haven of Bastion, he's encountered with one individual soul only. It's just him and the other person. All other souls in his world have gone. The world he woke up in is not his world anymore. It is a strange place then. But without wasting any time, he is hard pressed to set things right. He's assigned with a quest to find scattered shards of his core that powered his very own world. As the story would go, if one is able to assemble these cores, it can power Bastion itself. This would lead to creating landmass and restoring order in this whole world. Maybe there is hope for Calandia. Maybe this kid, an individual with no name whatsoever, can change the tide of time itself. Maybe he can set this right. Join me now as I'll be covering all different aspects of this game, what makes this game unique and interesting. We start off our journey by looking at the gameplay itself. Our player is presented with a decent set of weapons. He carries a primary weapon. He also has a backup weapon, a shield to push things away when things go wrong, and a super move that obliterates everything around him. He also can carry health potions and a skill potion to recharge his super skill meter. Variety is also seen in the game of fast melee weapons. You also have some slow and cumbersome weapons like hammers. You have long range things like rifle, and even things like cannons. Such powerful arsenal then also requires a different and a difficult variety of enemies, and you will find all of that in this game. Kid is always surrounded in the game, and weapons alone cannot save his life. He relies on dodging attacks, hitting enemies when opportunity presents itself. The gameplay certainly is fun, but can also be challenging depending on the difficulty you choose to play on. There is always something around the corner that you haven't explored. Such is the gameplay of Bastion. It is a hack and slash game at the end of the day, but the way you play about it, the way you tackle enemies, all depends on you. Now the second aspect of the game is the way it looks and the music you hear in the game. Since the very first moment game is started, a strong sense of artistic feeling is seen, and the player is immediately immersed in the environment. You can tell that a lot of effort was put into this game. Music also follows a similar trend then. It's calm most of the times, but runs off to a tense feeling at certain instances in the game. And as far as narration goes, it's done extremely well by the second survivor of Bastion. He's called Rux. Voice acting here is superb, and narrator's voice take the immersion in the game to a whole new level. It is a story being told after all. Story of Kid told from the mouth of Rux. A fascinating tale of struggle, and it is made more immersive thanks to the music and the way game looks like. But as always, this is just skimming the surface. It wouldn't be a Holy Hermit video without the hidden message in the game then. What makes it so unique? Why is it a game that I enjoy playing? And here's my humble take on the message then. Most of the games follow a story that can be understood by a player with ease. Even with a few twists here and there, the end is somewhat predictable for most of the games out there. But Bastion flips the tables and lets the player decide on what to do. There aren't many choices here, but nonetheless, the ones that are there do certainly hold players' attention in a unique way. The very first scene of the game, where player wakes up, there is no mention of how everything went astray. So right from the beginning, the story is open to interpretation. The player is moving left and right, and you're always thinking, why is the world breaking apart? The monsters you see are also unique. They're not human-like as a player himself. They are these strange beings that have spawned in the universe with no explanation whatsoever, and player is always trying to figure out what's going on. Narrator does help here and there, but it's up to player to explore every little nook and cranny of the game to figure out how things went wrong. What I would interpret from the story can very well be different from what you would think about it, and that in its own is a great thing. Our kid does meet a few characters in the game, only a couple, but their personality is completely different from the kid. The game writer does a great job here in showing that even with a handful of us left, there'll always be differences in our opinion. Whether this is good or a bad thing, it all depends on the situation. But to every individual, whatever they're doing, they do truly believe that it's the right thing to do. All characters we encounter in the game, they act under heavy influence of their emotions. And someone who is powered by emotions is very hard to repel, let alone to be defeated. Our player has his own agenda, for instance. He's there to restore the world, and you meet other characters who want to do something else. Such handful characters, but they all carry their personality in a very strong way. They all want something from Bastion itself. Whether it be good or bad, we are no one to decide, but we play as kid, so it's our job to set things right. Such is the plight of our kid. But this is not the best part of the game even. In my humble opinion, the biggest aspect of the game is the choice you're presented with. A big question then. The question you get asked in the end is, what will you choose? Will you choose the life of a soul or the lives of many? Who is more precious then? Does the need of many surpass the need of one? So issues like these are addressed in this game, and it's all up to player to decide what he or she chooses to believe in. I hope you liked this video review of mine. This has been the Holy Hermit for you. Subscribe to my channel if you think this video made some sort of silly sense. Take care of yourself now, and remember, when things get out of control, seek out your inner Bastion and glide to future and beyond.